Huzzah! Time to make some more rhythm basses. I got an unfinished track here that I'm working on with my man Zebulon over at Hydra Records, and yeah, I made some sweet basses for this track. I'm pretty proud of the sound design, and I'd like to give them to you for free, because I'm a cool guy like that. First we'll preview the track and the bass, and then I'll show you how to make it in Massive. Yeah, cool stuff. We're going to be making this bass right here. Nice little bass we got here. Here's what the entire patch sounds like. Cool shit, am I right? Alright, so first, we only use one oscillator, smooth square, and we're going to pitch it down 24 semitones, 2 octaves, wavetable position all the way to the left, amp, turn it all the way down for right now, leave it on spectrum. We don't use any other oscillators other than that. Next, we're going to slide this all the way up to serial, and then we're going to take filter 1, switch it to a comb filter, and the pitch, now with comb filters, they're very hard to, like, you really gotta fiddle with it if you want to get it right where you want it. So I will put the patch in the description just because of the comb filter is kind of annoying if you don't get it in the right spot. But put the comb filter about right there if you can see that. And then dampening, put about 75%, 80% all the way full. And then feedback, point it at the K. And then our second filter will be a double notch. Resonance, pointing at the N. Cutoff, we don't really use this right here. Cutoff, point that at the F. And then for the mix, have it go all the way down to mix 2. The slider go all the way down to mix 2. Now, that's really it. Now it's just time to automate some shit. So for the first performer, or the fifth LFO, I assign that to the wavetable position of the smooth square over here, and I assign that to the amp, and have those routed all the way up. I then assign it to the cutoff on the double notch. It goes almost all the way down, not quite. And then I also assign it to the cutoff, or the pitch on the comb filter. And this is where it gets difficult, because you have to get it really in the right spot. So go up just a couple of notches until it sounds right. And last but not least, oh wait, actually last? Nope, not yet. And then we assign it to the mix slider over here. So the slider's all the way down right now, but we're going to have this performer modulate between mix 1 and mix 2 for the filters. So have that go all the way up. And then the last things we do with this performer is drop the boost all the way down on the EQ, and then have the performer modulate it all the way up to right about there. Same thing with the frequency. So have the fifth performer set all the way like halfway. Okay, and now we have another performer. Or actually, before we do that, set your ratio 1 to 4, and what I did right here, the X fade, is I assigned it to this knob so I could get some different sounds. I'll show you that in a minute. So set a 1 to 4 ratio, or 1/4, sorry, not 1 to 4, I'm a dumbass. 1/4 ratio on the fifth performer. Sixth performer, we're going to, whenever you change the performers, make sure the sixth performer is always half of the first performer. So for the sixth performer, it's the same thing as in the fifth, just different ratio. So in this ratio, it's going to be half. So it's going to be, yeah, you get it. Now for the sixth performer, we assign that to the pitch on the comb filter and the damping. For the pitch, like I said, kind of hard to fiddle and fuck around with. For the damping, have it go all the way down. That looks like it's just about it. Then we have a phaser, dry wet, 25%, rate pointing at the E, feedback pointing at the K, depth pointing at the H, dimension expander, dry wet pointing at the D, size almost all the way down, not quite. Really, you can do that to taste. And then the EQ set like this, a little cut off, a little down on the low shelf, a little high on the high shelf. Then you already know about the boosted frequency. And that's the patch before processing. So what I did here is I just did a little EQ, boosted my mid-high end, cut all the lows so I can make room for a sub, cut around the 200 range because a lot of 400 range because a lot of synths fight in that area, and cut off after 16.4 because there's really no point in anything higher than that. Next, add a compressor with side chain from the kick, so that way it kind of moves with the kick, frees up some room for the kick. And then I did a multi-band compressor, and what I did for this is I take the standard multi-band comp, and I just kind of edited that how I wanted it to. So right about there, 55, and then that's right about, well, you can see the settings here. So yeah, mess around with that. Obviously you don't have to process it the exact way I did. And then one thing that I always do for rhythm basses, as most producers do to get that really metallic-y sound, is you put a simple delay, dry wet all the way up at 100, and you press link up here, press link, and then you press, set it sync, you press time. And set the time to something really low, like 22, 15 milliseconds, 19, 22, something really low. Have the feedback up quite a bit, dry wet all the way up. It really gives you the metal sound. So before, after. It really makes a world of difference. And then for this simple delay, that was just for the intro when I was kind of having that sort of trenchy delay on it. But yeah, really simple sound. That's all it was. So I hope you can use it. Oh, forgot one more thing, sorry. Maybe two. Yeah, two more things. In the oscillator tab, restart via gate, turn it on, leave everything down. Voicing, unisono on 2, and mono rotate, that fucking thing, click that. And then you should be good. I never ended up using the modulation oscillator, but I'm sure you can mess around and get some cool shit. Oh, that sounds cool, actually. Sounds a little bit... yeah. I guess the one last thing is I'll show you. This is really obviously optional. But I assigned a knob to the X fade on both of the performers just to get a slightly different sound. So this sound up here is more fuller, and this is less full, I guess. That's all I really tried to achieve with that. That's really the only difference. Somewhere yeah, cool sound. Hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, I don't know. I hope I did a good job describing the sound and pointing it out. If not, you get the patch in the description, so don't fucking complain. There you go. Enjoy.